Hey everyone, in today's video I am going to tell you about my celery juice detox experience from the medical medium and the mental breakdown and skin crisis that ensued. So I started to juice celery according to medical medium whatever protocols. I know he doesn't like that word, and I am not knocking it in any way. I just wanted to hop on and kind of share what happened to me because I was feverishly searching the internet for people that were experiencing similar things because I was actually a little bit alarmed, I'm gonna say. So I'll give you a very brief kind of just how I started. So I started drinking a little less than a cup of celery juice every morning for maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I started to know, so the reason that I started to drink it was because I have sometimes struggled with eczema throughout my life. So I wanted to see, I had heard a lot about the celery juice and how it can clear out like toxins in your body and heavy metals from your liver and all kinds of things like that. And so while the eczema was not something that was like plaguing me on a daily basis, it was certainly something that's kind of always in the back of my mind that I really wanted to see if celery juice as the wonderful, medicinal like cure-all could kind of help me out. So I started to drink it a little bit, like I said, a little less than a cup every day for about 2 weeks. And I had seen some of the eczema patches that like were consistently on my body, those started to clear up. And then I did a little bit more research on the protocol, and it said you really have to be drinking about 16 ounces a day to see the real medicinal benefits from it. So I started to do that, and I'm gonna say within a day, I did start to kind of notice signs of detox in my body. So I definitely started to go to the bathroom a lot, and I was not upset about it. Like, yeah, clear it all out, clear everything out. And really, I think within the day or two, I started to get a pretty severe rash all over my body. And when I say, like, it started out not that bad, right? I started out looking at it like, okay, I could deal with this. My body's detoxing. It's pushing out what he calls the dermatoxins through the skin. It's the heavy metals in the liver, yada, 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 and I was okay with it. Like, I was all for it. I was like, well, I could deal with this. Like I said, I've dealt with this my whole life. So I'm no stranger to itching, uncomfortableness, or anything like that. And as you can see, like, I'm still scratching. But anyway, so it started to detox almost immediately. And for the first few days, I was okay and I could deal with it. Then it started to affect my sleep. And I still really was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, stick it out. This is just my body purging everything. And I did. So I took Benadryl and some Advil, and I don't like to do those things, but I couldn't sacrifice like sleeping because I knew that affects my mental health also. So I was really like, you know what, if it's just for a week or two, like, I'm gonna be okay taking Advil and Benadryl. And so I did that. And then about, I wanna say like a week into it, it really got very bad. The skin rash, what I can only assume is eczema, was from head to toe all over my body. My face was all swollen, my eyes, I have no makeup on. Like, I purposely did this so that you guys could really see, and I'm sure you can't even really see it on the video, but like severe wrinkles and dryness all on my forehead. My eyes were swollen and kind of getting that like lizardy look to them. Puffy lips, swollen, dry. I don't know if you can see it, like I still have, it's like 1,000 little chicken pox all over my body, and super uncomfortable. And it really just kind of overwhelmed me. I had a few days of being really broken down, just kind of like laying on the couch, really not being able to function. And I kept asking my guides and everything, like, is this something I should be doing? I'm always talking about listening to your body, listening to your intuition, and I can confidently say my intuition was telling me, like, stick it out. You can do it. You've been through worse before. The eczema has been worse before. Like, you can do this. This is your body cleansing. You know, you can do this. When it did start to get bad, I did start to ask my guides and my angels for healing. I asked them to please like alleviate it and just make it as comfortable as possible for me so that I can continue. And the nights that I did that before bed, it definitely helped. It definitely helped kind of alleviate that feeling. You know, the next day I was able to kind of function okay and, you know, not be totally distracted by itching and scratching and whatnot. And, you know, eventually though, I'm not gonna lie, it became too much. Like I said, I spent a day on the couch, like almost in tears, because it's like torture. I don't know how many of you have ever had, I don't know, poison ivy, chicken pox that you remember, but it was like, it's like pins and needles burning on fire on your entire body, and trying to go to sleep is the worst. And like I said, you know, one of the things that I surely noticed was that I kind of fell away from my like daily habits of that things I know help, like spending time outside, meditation, you know, listening to my body. I really, you know, on those couple of days where it was just so bad, I fell away from it, and I really don't know why. I've been asking myself, like, why do we fall away from faith, from the things that we know will help us when we are in times of need? There's a part of me that believes, like, you know, we're being tested. There's a part of me that believes that we sometimes like enjoy misery and enjoy discomfort. I really don't know. But I did, like, after a few days of not being able to really like function properly, I did start to go within, and I did start to meditate more and get back on meditation and try to tune into my body and really understand what was going on. And the things that I came up with were like, I felt stagnation. The skin issues were making me not focus on my work, not focus on building my business and doing the things that I enjoy doing. And it was almost like a test. Like the universe was like, will you still continue to push through and take the steps needed, or are you gonna kind of fall back on old patterns and let this like rash kind of overtake you? And I will admit, for a few days I did let it overtake me. I did not, like I said, I did not do the things that I knew would help me, but a few days into it, I quickly kind of realized what I was doing. I went out to dinner with some girlfriends, even though my face was totally, what I felt like was totally swollen, and I was just uncomfortable from head to toe, but it got me out of my own head, and it got me distracted enough where I could kind of enjoy what was going on and, you know, feel the positive benefits of being outside, being with my support system, and just engaging in people that other than myself and my own brain. And, you know, and also it reminded me of a message that my guides have given me quite a while ago, but it really sticks out and it really sticks with me. And the message is, wait, I'm going to read it because I don't want to ruin it. It's: having stamina for times in need is not the same for having needs be met. And I just always find that to be so profound. Like, you know, it's easy to be good when things are going good. It's not that easy to be good when you are in a time of need. And that message just really sticks with me, and it really kind of showed me, you know, that I do need to stick with the things that make me feel good. Go lay outside on the grass, you know, which I try to do all the time with my dogs, and just kind of be outside and enjoy grounding, connecting to earth, connecting to nature. Another thing that I did that really helped me feel better was go lavender picking. I thought that was actually the first time I've ever done it, and it was one of the most mindful activities that I've ever done. Being, you know, aware of the bees, being aware of where you cut the lavender, not kind of, allowing yourself to get stung, or just kind of hearing the buzz of the bees, just being out in nature. It was really quite a beautiful experience, and really helped me get back to, feeling grounded, feeling connected, and feeling one. And I believe it was that night that I was laying in bed and feeling oh so tortured of the experience of the rash and everything. And I just finally, I asked again, I was like, please just give me a sign if this is something that I should be continuing or not. And my body was just screaming at me to stop. It wasn't like some profound, thing from the universe. It wasn't anything except my body was like, just can't handle it anymore. So I did go out and get the book, and I read a little bit more about it, and it's, it could just be such a shock to the system that it's just clearing everything. He did say that so few people are actually allergic to celery juice or celery, and really what you're experiencing is just this major detox. And so one of the things you can do is kind of start a little slower and start out with cucumber juice, and then move up to celery juice. And so I do plan on doing that after about a week or so of giving my body a break, seeing how long it kind of takes to calm back down. There's also some preparation tips that he gives you to kind of build up to detox. A lot of times we think like, ooh, detox, fun, yay, I'm gonna, clear the things out of my body. And it doesn't always work that way. Detox can be super stressful on the body. So just be aware of that. And, you might want to me, myself included, I think I'm going to, do some things in preparation for celery juice. I certainly haven't given up on it. But like I said, I'm going to start off a little bit slower, start with cucumber juice, and support my liver in the interim before I go back on it. And, there are some things that he goes into, foods you should avoid, and I eat a pretty clean diet, or so I thought, which is really what I feel like cleanses and detoxes have taught me in the past, is that I kind of think I'm doing really good, and then I do a detox and I'm totally overwhelmed by it. So I don't necessarily think that it's just about taking another look at it, taking another look at your habits, your health, the things that you do, re-examining, and really just a reminder not to fall away from the things that help you. Like I said, really sticking with spending time outside for me, meditation for me, listening to my body, talking to my guides. Like I said, for a few days I did kind of fall away from it, but I certainly have turned back to it. I have also turned back to, like I said, seeing what is this trying to tell me? What's happening to my body? What is the purpose of it? What is the message my body's trying to give me? And I think it was to reevaluate some of the things that I may or may not have been doing up to par, or so I thought. So if you have tried the celery juice detox, let me know in the comments what your experience was, and I will certainly keep you up to date as to how my journey with celery juice unfolds from here. Thanks so much.